getting it through the Senate was a great move. But as we all know in Nevada, that's just half of the battle. You have to get it through the Assembly at the same point. And doing so is a tough job. It takes leadership, it takes belief, it takes all of the things that are so sorely needed in the world and in our state. The next gentleman I'm going to bring up is a man that I am honored to call also his friend, who really took this bill, put it on his shoulder, and carried it through the state assembly. And when you consider that's done by the man whose title is Speaker of the State Assembly, that's an amazing situation because the Speaker doesn't often do things like that. But I think he knew the importance to not only Southern Nevada, but our entire state and the nation. Because indeed, this is, and we are, the first state in the nation to ever declare an Asian Culture Day. The first state in the nation. And the eyes of the nation are upon us. How do we make this so successful? It begins with people. Our next guest speaker is a gentleman that I have the great honor of knowing and was never afraid to stand up and keep that bill on his shoulder and say, let's move it forward. And that is the Speaker of the State Assembly, Jason Frierson.
Thank you all for being here. I have notes. I'm much better off the cuff, so I'm going to ignore them as I usually do. It's just a security blanket. Thank you for being here. I'm honored to be here today. This is so important for the state of Nevada. The state of Nevada has embraced our diversity and our varied cultures throughout the state. My district in particular, while the state represents over 7%, it's comprised of over 7% of Asian Americans. My district, District 8 in the southwest part of the valley, is over 22%. This has always been something that was important to me, and while I recognize that this started in 2015, it was a long time coming, and sometimes that's what it takes with a legislative process that's slow. But thank you, Senator Hammond, for introducing it and for allowing others to sign on to it to join this effort. What that did is that made it not only a bipartisan, but a bicameral effort to acknowledge both the culture of the Asian community and the meaning that it's had in Nevada, but it's also opened the door for us to engage in a broader conversation. So this day represents not only our effort, our enthusiasm, our excitement about embracing Asian culture for the state of Nevada for years to come, but it represents an opportunity to have a discussion, to open up community lines of communication so that we can engage in civic engagement. Now, selfishly, my job as speaker is all about reaching across the aisle. It's all about bringing people together. And I have learned in my role that you can't have a healthy respect for the ideas, the backgrounds, the beliefs of other people unless you sit down face to face, unless you embrace their culture, unless you learn about their background, and then appreciate the contributions that they have. And that goes across the board. So for me to be here today is a reflection of my effort, my passion of bringing people together so that we can develop a deeper understanding of each other's contributions and culture. I think that for me also, the opportunity to expand what we are doing to bring more people into the fold and engage civically, engage in the political process, engage socially. We have to make sure that we continue to reach out and make it as easy and accessible as possible for every single member of our community to participate in the civic engagement process so that we take those perspectives into consideration moving forward, so that when we pass policies, we have an opportunity to hear from all aspects of our community to learn how that impacts those communities. And I am passionate about making sure that we bring as many people into the fold as we possibly can. We need to hear from you. We need to hear from you about not only the cultural background and the cultural contributions. We need to hear about how we can incorporate that into our education system. We need to hear from you about how the policies and the decisions that we make impact you as a business community. I am here as long as I am able to serve I am here to make sure that we continue to extend an olive branch, to have those conversations, to have those relationships, and those are going to make us richer in a better state for years to come. So again, thank you all for allowing me to be a part of this. Thank you, Senator, for allowing me to co-sponsor your bill. Again, he didn't have to do it, but it was important for the legislature. It's important for the state, and I believe it's important that we be the first in the country to take this large step so that we can show the rest of the country and the rest of the world that we embrace this culture, we embrace diversity, and we embrace moving forward together. So again, thank you all for allowing me to be here today. I'm honored. I'm looking forward to the next couple of days, and I'm going to bring my kids around as well. They're excited, but we are just honored and thrilled to be here today and join you for this exciting day. So thank you again very much.